Dear friends, today is the day when the most important question of your life will be answered. My name is Barjinder, and I've spent my entire life trying to figure out what the truth is. And you know what? I found it. And the truth is so amazing that it has become important for me to share it with you. Because you know what? As I have realized the truth, I have realized that I am a part of you and you are a part of me. I've been on this planet, I've spent my days enjoying the things that were created by others. I've spent my happy days savoring the fine delicacies that were created by others. And now it is my turn to contribute and share with you the conclusion that will change your life. And in turn, it is not your life that I'll be changing. It would be my own life, a part of my own life that lives inside you that I will be helping and that I would be enlightening. So this is the gift I got, and this is the gift I have to share with you so that we all can shine and feel the love that is there. Now let's get to the point. Now, what is the truth? Who are we? If we dive deep into the historical books and the great religious figures that existed in the past, they point to a certain direction. But we soon get lost as sometimes they are too complex or they don't agree with the facts that are being shown to us by today's scientists and doctors. So let me show you how you came into existence. So we'll start with an example. So let's say when you watch things on the internet exposure provides you an insight into a certain issue. Let's say you are watching some news and you you listen to it, you watch that, and you expose yourself, you expose your eyes, you expose your ears to that news. So once you see that news or whatever is going on the television or on YouTube on your computer, you form an opinion. Now this is the very important key step that will define your existence. So if you are watching the TV and you just keep watching without judging, without forming an opinion, and when I say you form an opinion, it is the thought, is the very subtle thought that you form in your mind saying this is good or this is bad. That's what I mean when I say that you form an opinion. So the moment you judge a thing and you label it as good or bad, the seed of your existence is sown. So that is where your entire conflict with the reality starts. So what happens is, now at a subconscious or at a very subtle level you form that opinion, and then you will try to do some more research about it, you will try to think about it, and then try to either support that opinion with certain arguments or discard it. So if you find more and more facts that support that opinion of yours, you form a certain belief. So the more supports you have for that opinion, the stronger your belief would be in that, in the goodness or in the evilness of that situation. Now in reality, now this is another very 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 important thing to understand. In reality, everything is neutral. It is not good, neither bad. So whatever you see in your life, it could be a fan, a bed, the walls, you see a phenomena going on there, a conversation. It is not good, neither bad. It is just neutral. And I'll prove that thing to you, that it is neutral. So in reality, according to the scientists, each and everything is made up of atoms. And those atoms are in turn made up of even smaller particles, that is quarks, photons, electrons. And if we if we see what are those smaller items made up of, smaller particles made up of, they're made up of light. And the light at that level is nothing but it is frequency. It is just some light particles. They're not even particles. They are just subtle, very subtle frequencies held together. And those frequencies are nothing but emptiness. So we all are hollow and we are made up of emptiness. So that by that I mean everything is empty and neutral. So nothing on this planet is good or bad. So another way to prove that is, had something been really good or bad, people wouldn't have formed, people wouldn't have had different perspectives about it. Let's say if something was really bad, then why would five people say it is good and the other five would say it is bad? It is it is your vision, it is your perspective, it is your opinion, it is the judgment that you have that makes a thing good or bad. Intrinsically, it is just neutral. It is nothing. It is not good, neither bad. And this very judgment changes everything. So instead of being neutral, which is your default stage and most powerful state of mind, and it is the state of mind in which the enlightened beings dwell. And it is through understanding that you realize this truth that everything is neutral. Everything everything is emptiness. And once you have this understanding, it is through this understanding that you realize the truth and you get at peace. Only through understanding and insight provided by the scientists and religious figures of the past, we can try to understand the truth. So in truth, we all are emptiness and immortal by default. So if we are, each and every particle, each and every part of our body is made up of those light particles, though, so we ourselves are just frequencies. We are nothing but emptiness. So this void or emptiness has been described as Om in Hinduism and God in Christianity. So the very important thing here is, once you come to such an understanding and you realize the truth, that understanding secures you, that understanding protects you. That is the very nature of understanding. So before the creation of the universe, we and everything we look around was united into singularity, unconscious of itself. So it was all empty before the universe started. There was nothing at all. So as they say in the scriptures, in the beginning the word was created. So the byproduct when the word was created was the universe. So on one side the word was created, and the byproduct of that creation was this universe. So as we move further and do more research and analysis of this universe, we will slowly dissolve the universe. So what do I mean by that? So let's say you look at things. So you look at things, and then certain words appear in your mind, and that is your intelligence. So let's say a scientist's brain would have different words when he or she looks at the walls or whatever there is around him or her, and you would have different words in your mind when you look at the same stuff that they were looking at. So as I said before, these two, the word and the universe, they coexist. So when we observe and understand a phenomena, it tends to disappear into that primal singularity. That door of primal singularity exists between our eyes. So whatever we hear, whatever we look at, whatever we feel, so all that falls into the singularity that exists within our body, that is the emptiness that exists within our body. That is so amazing. Like, we as we hear and see the things and assimilate those frequencies of words and sentences being spoken, they disappear in our head and become subtle understanding. So you hear all that stuff, you see all that. Where does it all go? It still exists in you in the form of emptiness. That is the reason, like, you have been living for 40 years, 50 years, 30 years, and it's not like your memory gets full after a while. It is the emptiness in you that is the very core of you that understands everything, and it retains, it becomes more intelligence, it eats those memories, it dissolves those memories, and it evolves, it becomes more and more intelligent. So it is the emptiness in you that is the primal source of consciousness in you, and that is what your truth is. That singularity is your truth. And the reason some people are confused is because only through the word can you develop an understanding that will lead you to infinite peace. And that understanding comes with experience, that understanding comes with in depth study of your own nature, and only could be passed on by the highly evolved human beings who existed once on this planet. And though those human beings seem like they existed hundreds of years ago, or but that their essence is still present right in front of us in the form of that emptiness. So this is what the knowledge is. This is what I wanted to share. Let me know how you liked it, so that we can discuss this thing further. Thanks.